Welcome to the Eclectic Spiritualist channel. I want to talk to you about, I get emails and questions from all across everywhere for emails, and I get questions from personal clients. I get questions from other practitioners, and one of the big question is, how do you know if your spell is working? What are the signs? Okay, so as far as what my experience goes, answering this question isn't easy, and that is because every spell work or every ritual work, every spell caster, whatever way you may call it, ritual work is very different. Mostly it depends on the type of spell you are casting, or the type of spell a person may be requesting of you, or having done one and owning your own abilities as a spellcaster, a witch, whatever you may call yourself, what kind of the timing that you've put in, what kind of ingredients is, and a few more things will have a big impact. Or how do you bring about the observation of when it's working and how it's working? Okay, what might be some obvious signs to one person will not necessarily mean the same for another one. Okay, so everybody's signs are different. And so the sign for one person to another may be different, and sometimes the same for another person or not. So the signs you're looking for will depend on both the circumstances and the spellcaster, and it may even depend on you as the person getting the spell done work for you, or you as the practitioner. It all depends. Based on about 30 years of experience with working in this arena, and my research and my own outcomes and other outcomes from other practitioners that I personally know of in coven work, here's a couple of different things that you can spot and look for. It could be a change of mood. First sign that any spell is working is feelings or happiness and clarity, and that will come in after casting. Okay, so this, I'm giving you some signs. All right, so the first one is change of mood. First sign is that the spell is working and that you will have a feeling of happiness, some peace will come over you, a little bit more clarity or more rest will come over you. Number two is the sign from the universe. When the universe sends source of signs, but it's up to you to find it. Okay, so the universe sends a lot of different signs. So let me give you a few that I know of. Other people have spotted. Some of my clients have noticed. Other people that are practitioners have noticed some of their signs. So this is part of number two. Okay, second sign is, besides your moods changing, is that some common signs from the universe is birds, weather changing, cloud formations, or even in the trees. The signs are always hidden in plain sight. Okay, so they're like hidden in plain sight, and they'll come to you, but you have to get out of your emotions or that type of element to see all the different signs. So that's number two. Number three is receiving messages in your dreams. Okay, that's the third one. What are some of the signs? Receiving messages in your dreams. All dreams have meanings. Knowing how to interpret them can allow you to receive an unconscious signal that will help you to know if a spell is working. So that's number three. Okay, number four is coincidences. Coincidences. Very common sign that a spell is working. It's important to pay attention to all these signs and messages and take them seriously. So when you have coincidences, things that's kind of running into one another, to possibly other people, numbers, different things like that, you're like, oh, what a coincidence. Not a coincidence. Okay, not a coincidence. Number five is real life interaction. Real life interaction. This is the best sign you may ever receive. Now, the best signs of a spell working are actually the results starting to happen. Okay. So example would be a job. You put in for it, you receive a call back. Or if it's a love related, all of a sudden the person is starting to respond to you. You're seeing some differences in their behavior. Okay. Um, Money, you start seeing a different turnaround in your finances. Court cases, you start seeing maybe the court case timing being shifted, being pushed back, because it's allowing the universe to work on your behalf in changing it, Okay, those are some signs. Also, when you're feeling better, we've already made that statement, the first sign of it, but during the duration, you start feeling the peace during the element of that time. I like to tell people when you are working with the spell and you're working with me, so say me as your spellcaster, you do have to allow a very good amount of time to 60 to 90 days. Okay, allowing the universe to work, allowing us to do the work together, allowing your body and your energy to relax into trusting what happens. So I use the job as an example. Most spell work is slow. It's slow and the results aren't always instantaneously. And so that's something that people have to know is it's not instantaneously. You should see small changes taking place over time. Do your due diligence and research if you are a practitioner yourself or are seeking to have spell work. Do your research and looking at, okay, does it take time? Do I have to have patience? Yes, you do. We're manipulating energy. We're working with the universe and working with your energy as well. If you are a practitioner and you're looking for some of the results from your own work, you have to have patience with your own work as well. And also, you have to allow tweaking to go on over the course of 90 days. Allowing maybe the spellcaster, which can be myself or yourself or someone else, to go in and make changes as they see things progress. Okay, some things is minimum of 90 days. It can go longer, depending on what the circumstance is in the ritual work. It all depends on the circumstance in the ritual work, especially if it's very complicated or things have been going on in that particular situation a very long time. It's not going to happen in a microwave minute. You have to allow everything to change in the universe as that person manipulates that energy to get into your behalf. Ultimately, with spell work, it is up to the divine source, spirit guides, and the deities to what the total outcome would be. Sometimes the outcome that you are seeking, I'm just giving you plain point blank on this. Sometimes the outcome that you're seeking, spirit has a better plan for you. And as we're working it, we'll see, okay, it's a different shift going on to better fit the spiritual journey that you're on. Okay, so always allow, when you are having spell work done, or how do you know the signs, allow yourself to receive, most importantly, as you grow throughout that spell work, to receive what the divine has for you. What is the lesson in it? Sometimes you may not know that you're going through a lesson as you're collaborating with that spellcaster. In my case, it's a collaboration and we stay in a loop with one another. Everybody has their own way. Other practitioners that I know that's part of our coven, they do the same thing. They stay in communication because they want the best outcome for you, and it's not just a one bam, thank you ma'am, don't call me no more, we're done. Those are little flags of more than what they may be into on your betterment. So in saying that, I hope this answers some of your questions on what are the signs. I will elaborate more through a series as well, sharing about looking out for signs and what are some of the things with spellcasting and what are some of the areas of love. And this because these are questions that are coming up. And so I want to answer that and assist you in these very delicate situations, but are very dear to people's hearts because ultimately you want the best result for your life. I love you for watching today. Don't forget to dive deep and trust in yourself first, always. Don't forget to contact me for personal psychic therapeutic readings along with spiritual work, which is spell work as we're talking about now, metaphysical supplies, altar visuals, spiritual consultations. Join our Patreon community as well. That's a small solidarity community that collaborate together and give each other a holding hand to support one another through their own magical practice or spiritual journey. Okay? Continue to love on yourself. Do what is best for you in your spiritual journey. And take care of yourself, most importantly. See you next time. Bye-bye.